Hey guys, this is Destroy Topham. This is part 14 of my Dark Souls Let's Play. In this part, a lot's going to happen. You might have seen video time quite long, about 37 minutes. Yeah, wasn't expecting this, but I've numbered two parts the same, so I've had to merge them together. Luckily, the second video was only 8 minutes long, so there's not really any problem there. Yeah, you can tell I am at where the what are they? They are the boars. Where they are. So I'm going into the Duke's archives, and then I'm going to hopefully head through to the Crystal Cave and take out Seath. Cool, yeah, just making my way up. Just got to be careful in this area. These things can be quite strong. I take a lot of stamina off very quickly. So yeah, locking on can be a bit of a problem. Just wasn't expecting that at all. Thought I'd lock on time. Clearly didn't. Well, this area is all about being careful. Because the crystal enemies take so much, deal so much damage so quickly. You can see the big blue crystal golem there. That's the one I want to kill. Just got to be careful because of the sorcerer that's through the door. You can see the hit the door frame there. Cool, I got the broken pendant, so I can head to the DLC whenever I want. I think I'm going to use some souls that I get here to hopefully. Yeah, that was bad. That was a bad choice. Got hit by a crystal guard, and then by the sorcerer. It's a typical thing, really. You're hit by one thing, and you've got no chance to recover. So yeah, right onwards. Better make another attempt and head straight up. In this section, I'm not really too fussed about dying too much. It's not too much of a problem for me. Just because I'm going to die in a minute anyway. When you get to the first time you see Seath, I'm not going to bother with the shortcut. Mainly because I've not tried it, and going up to the top and dying once guaranteed is better for me, and it will get me into the next area that I know how to do well enough. Especially if I don't get the jump right on the shortcut, then that's going to ruin me, and that can happen multiple times. So interesting that crystal golem's there. Even once you've got the broken pendant, but if you don't have the DLC at all, that crystal golem's just not going to be there at all. So let's take out these guys. I suppose at some point I should upgrade my stamina, just because. Well, especially in this area, it's going to be a bit of a problem. Maybe when I fight Artorias, it'll be another bit of a problem. So I'm going to keep going. through here. Try and be safe and take the sorcerer out as quickly as possible. If he's dancing, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. 1-hit kill. It's pretty good. Cool. Keep going. Just making sure there's no enemies around, really, because this can be quite a bit of a problem in here. Just getting overwhelmed by enemies you don't see. I didn't see him jumping, but luckily I was defending because I ran around that pillar. The pillar just blocked him doing that move. I don't know where this guy came from. It's the reason for all the caution. There's a guy down there. I decided to say screw it and just head straight up, not trying to faff about. Okay, turn back round, try and get to him. Was caught out a little bit by the shadow just then. I thought there was another enemy on the stairs, but there wasn't, so it's fine. So there's an outside area over there. I'm sure there's items over there, but I decided not to bother and go and get them, and just carry on anyway. So I just decided to play it safe here. I had no need here to keep the souls. I didn't have a ring of sacrifice or a rare ring of sacrifice, but I had something. It was annoying that he dodged that, but I was lucky that one hit him, really. So I'm going to switch what I wear to protect. And now you'll see I do something strange. I put the Dust Crown ring on. I think because it halves HP. Now I choose this because it halves HP for one, and with the Curse Bite ring, it means I'm going to die long before I'll get cursed. It just means it's a lot easier and a lot safer, and that I know I can die without getting cursed, which is something that can be problematic in this area. Just when I get here, I just think about what I'm doing. Head straight through. And Seath, just stand in front of him. Don't bother defending. The equipment that I'm wearing has got good curse resist anyway, so I get killed instantly. You can see there's virtually no curse build up at all. So it's cool that you can manipulate the items to give you what you want to happen. Like in that fight, I wanted to die immediately, and using the Dust Crown ring and the Curse Pipe ring, there was no chance I was gonna get cursed. So I've moved on to the next area now. I like this area, but it can be a pain. There's no need for me to go and get all the extra items. I can't be bothered. Cutscene. Cool, so I'm heading out. I'm still wearing the Dust Crown ring. I forget that. I want to see how much damage I can do to these guys. Whether it would be worth. You see the bleed build up on that guy as well, which is pretty cool. So I think I'm gonna have to rest. I'll just take the rings off, change to boost sorcery. I'll go down with so Fire Orb can kill them in one hit. Pretty confident of that. So I don't prepare well enough. One of these times in the Dust Crown Ring, having the Dust Crown Ring equipped kind of makes it a bit difficult. But it also gives me more casts of a spell that can be useful in this area. Yeah, these guys drop humanity as well, so this is another place you can farm humanity, especially when they're all passive and hiding in the room, in the just before the cage where Logan typically would be found. I forgot the item in there is a what is it? It's a I'm annoyed that one missed actually. Yeah, that just jumped so far and it killed me. The item in there is a Firekeeper Soul. So that's interesting that there's one in there. But yeah, it's pretty cool. There's another way you can upgrade your Estus Flask. So I just died then. That's because I was equipped with the Dust Crown Ring. I probably wouldn't have died if I didn't have it equipped, but also probably wouldn't have made it down there as easily. But as you can see, I've switched to having 2 sets of Fire Orb up. So I'm probably going to unequip the ring and then head back down because I still need to get the key to open the Giant's Door at the top. There we go. I've got on to probably, the Covetous Gold? No? Yeah, Covetous Gold Serpent Ring. Just to boost item discovery. So I'm just going to rest again. Top up my HP. And now I'll try and kill these guys. See if Fire Orb kills them in one hit. It does. That's cool. So I'm just going to head down. The enemy should be heading up, I think. I died, so I'm not sure if they've turned passive again or not. Yeah, I can't see any coming, so it might be passive and all in the room. Yeah, they are. Yeah, the humanity that they drop, I'm quite sure it's not as common as the rats. So it's the rats in the depths. So it's probably more worth it to farm the rats in the depths rather than these guys here. This bit's always a bit tricky for me because when I get to the top, I want to just aggro one, but the mage at the back always seems to hit me. You can never just do that. These guys aren't tough. It's just when you're not prepared, and it can be more problematic. So I might need to head back here later and get the upgrade for the Estus Flask, although I don't really have any need for it. It might come in handy, but so I'm not going to bother fighting any of them. I'm just going to head straight back up. I might rest and get more casts so I can make it. I'm just going to power on. So I'm just going to use some souls, level up vitality. I think I should have leveled up endurance there, but you know what? It doesn't really matter. There's nothing really now. There's a few enemies in the next area that might pose a bit of a problem, but I'm not too concerned. So the Man Serpent Greatsword. It's one of my favourite weapons if I'm playing a strength-based character. Although it doesn't scale particularly well, it's definitely a good weapon to use because of the high damage it can output. So this bit's one of my least favourite bits. I forget that the sorcerers are there, and decide it's a good idea to try and throw a fire orb. And that was great. So I died. Fantastic. Yeah, I forget those sorcerers are there, and I was kind of expecting him to cast more than he would swing the trident. Yeah, so I'm just gonna head back up and do exactly what I was doing before. Probably switch to Great Combustion next time. Just take him out nice and quickly. Not get hit by the other sorcerer. And generally make less of a meal of it. Okay, so just prepping to come around this corner. So yeah, switch to Great Combustion. Just going to charge straight out. Take this sorcerer out. Then go recover. The second one, just for good measure. So instead of heading down here, sure everyone knows, you head straight over. Keep going. You head up. There's that guy hiding around the corner back there. I forgot that he was there, but luckily I can take these guys out quick enough. So I'm going to head up. Turn the stairs round. There's clearly an archer at the top waiting for me, but just got to be cautious here. Especially here, you've got to be cautious when the sorcerer is going to be casting. You can be protected by the pillars quite easily. If your timing is good, you can dodge roll each one. So when you're up close, you've obviously got an advantage, depending on which spells you're going to be casting. Quick spells like Combustion, Great Combustion, or even any melee weapons, they'll be fine. You've usually got a speed advantage over them, but if you decide to cast something slow, like a fireball, or something like a great soul arrow, a heavy soul arrow, or a great heavy soul arrow, you're gonna struggle. Clearly, Logan isn't going to be through there, so there's no point going in there to see anything. In the next room, there's some interesting things. There's the Enchanted Falchion, which is a pretty cool weapon. I wanted to get a Falchion at the beginning of this playthrough. but I didn't know where to find one. So I just left it and went on with something else. I went on with the skim. Eventually changed to the bandit knife, which is probably better for me because I like to play faster. Yeah, I should really upgrade my longbow at some point. I'm sure I do. I'm sure I will. This one is the this giant cell key, which is where there's the Firekeeper soul, and typically you'd find Logan. I used to when I'm playing as a sorcerer and I need Logan, I will always try and get a clean run from the cell in the tower to cell in the tower. Where am I? Yeah, the cell in the tower all the way down here, so I can homeward bone back and not have any problems. But if I'm struggling, I try not to. So I'm going to head straight down to Seath and see how things go. Pretty sure I get caught out on this first run by the next blue crystal golem I'm going to be encountering. I think I just roll the wrong way, or just roll straight into him. Yeah, I just mistimed that entirely. Oh well. So now I'm going to head straight to Seath. Seath's one of my favourite bosses because if you can see the crystal that you have to take out, and you know it's there, but you don't know why it's there. And if you try to attack him without it, you're not going to get anything. It's also interesting that he is, yes, a dragon, and his sword will drop a weapon. I think it's interesting that his sword's pretty awesome, but it's nothing related to his tail. Whereas if you look at... I don't know. It's interesting. The swords from Tails is interesting, and it's a nice mechanic that's in the game. It's wicked, I think. It gives you something to go for in the boss fights. But there's no need on this playthrough for me to get it. I'm not going to have either the stats or it's not going to suit the playstyle that I'm playing. I think the only time I did get it was the time that I needed it for the achievement for all the weapons, even the taily weapons. It's interesting that there I fell not very far at all, but I still took damage. Whereas in other places in the game you can have bigger falls. Bigger falls and take less damage, but that's a really small fall. But you still take damage. It just shows that the crystal area isn't somewhere that is particularly friendly. It's quite hostile, really, as far as things go. The area that I'm coming up to, you've got these shells, which I think I'll come back to later. They're interesting because they drop purging stones, but not only do they drop purging stones, they drop twinkling titanite, which is a good place to farm for it. I think I need twinkling titanite for the gold and silver traces. So I'm going to head through this area. I'll probably come back to it to get what I need. So, this is Seath. So yeah, this is Seath. And this is going to be easy. He's weak. So what you can do is at the front of him, he is more susceptible to damage. If you move slightly off to the side, you're going to give him less damage. With Great Combustion and a +4 upgraded hand, you can take him out 7 casts. Easy, fast, no problems had at that boss fight. It just depends on what he does first. But if you can get in range quickly, it's a great strategy. If not, you've just got to be cautious because he can swipe close and also just spray crystals straight as well. So I'm going to head straight to Quaylana, I think, and upgrade for the final time. And then I'm going to head, hopefully, to the DLC. So I'm kind of getting tired of doing this run, obviously. I've done it so many times. But this should be the last time. I should have a fully upgraded Pyromancy Flame. And yeah, I've got plus 14 Bandit Knife. That's pretty good. I do think I should upgrade my bow. I honestly can't remember if I do here or not. It comes useful later on, as far as I'm aware. On some bosses. Don't know. It'd particularly be quite useful if I'm fighting the Sanctuary Guardian at range. But that thing moves so fast that it's probably not fast enough. So I always take this route because I can't be bothered to draw the 3 big guys in. I don't know what they're technically called. And this way's safe enough for me. So I'm just going to head over to Quaylana and upgrade. I love the running attacks that you can do. I've mentioned it before in previous videos. Running attacks with the weapons. Different weapons have different ones. Some don't have... Yeah, some don't have them, as far as I'm aware. Right, I don't think I've got any need for Quaylana. So I think I'm about to be a baddie. Why I use a fire move on her, I have no idea. She seems pretty peaceful though. So, Fire Tempest is an awesome spell. Yeah, she's peaceful, she doesn't attack, so I'm not sure whether she does attack or not. Okay, so heading back to a bonfire. I think the last one I rested at was in the Crystal Cave. And then from there I'm going to make a move to somewhere else, I guess. This originally, I think, was the end of my previous video. But, like I said, this is going to be 2 parts in one because I've misnumbered a lot of them. And already recorded audio and put videos together for later parts, I think. Yeah. So you see that it just cut there. So, now I'm going to head to Under Parish and head from there towards the DLC area. Should be, yeah, pretty clean run to there. There's not many enemies in the way. I think there's the blue crystal golems that I don't need to fight really, and then there's one enemy I think I need to kill with, which is one of the big bushy things that's green. So now I can start spending souls on leveling up if I want to, which is useful, especially as I get to Artorias, because Artorias typically gives me a lot of problems. Or typically gave me a lot of problems. Yeah. Yeah, so
I'll be seeing you.
I don't have any large titanite shards, so can't upgrade the longbow just yet. I need to get to that in a later part. So I'm going to keep heading on. Kill one of these guys. This one here. Head towards the DLC area. The problem with having the bandit knife as my main melee weapon is its power isn't great. There are stronger weapons, but for normal enemies it's fine. Whereas when you get to bosses, you're limited to as many spells as you can cast, and if you run out of them, typically that's the end of. Typically you should have enough casts to beat it, but that's about it. So I'm going to keep heading down, onwards past the blue crystal golems in a second. Where are we? Okay. No point fighting really. I don't need blue titanite chunks. I don't need the souls from them really. I don't think they're that valuable. Okay, so you can see the portals there now. I do like the cutscene that's here. I have no intention of fighting Manus. I've beaten him before. It's not something I'd want to do again. It's a very problematic fight. I think the Manus boss fights is interesting as well, due to the fact that you can summon Seath while you're in the fight. Which is definitely an interesting mechanic because it doesn't change the HP of Manus, who has so much HP anyway. But it's crazy. So I'm prepping here for the Sanctuary Guardian. The reason the video was so short for this part was, well, you'll see soon enough. I tried to take decent spells with me that I can use. I don't think I do a great job of selecting the right spells here. I could have definitely made better choices. So I'm going to head up. And let's see how this goes. So this is one of the fights that I don't like too much. It's very well designed, but the Sanctuary Guardian just exploits how bad I am in this game. Or how unlucky I can be. Just got to be careful with this fight, because yeah, you can do decent damage to it. It's things like this that just get on my nerves. But it's very well designed fight. I'm just not very good at it. So it's interesting that sometimes the Guardian will recognise that it's hit you and leave and do something else. But sometimes it'll carry on going. Like it'll keep in that. And it's got four moves there that it can do. I really just want to heal here, and then it shoots me. I lose the health. I think I'm lucky there that I got my shield up in time. Very close. I'm just being I'm just lucking out on a lot of this. I don't think there's any way I really should be doing this one in this fight. I just managed to get some distance between me and the Guardian. It manages to give me enough time to heal and realise what he's doing. Unfortunately, I wasted the Fire Tempest there. And wasted the other casts I had there. That time I managed to right, but yeah, see, still easy to do quite a lot of damage. I'm lucky there that I didn't get hit and killed. Yeah, I lucked through this fight entirely. I would say that I play with a lot of luck. It's just how things work out for me in this game when I'm trying to show people things. Pretty cool. I'm really glad that fight I didn't die on any attempts of that fight. So that was just my first attempt, and I did well. Feel like at some points I dodged at the right time. Other points, no, I was just lucky that he didn't catch on, and that sometimes I got things right. I played with a bit of skill, a lot of luck. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been part 14 of my playthrough. I'm just going to spend souls on leveling up here. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Twitter at DestroyTop. I'm just going to prep here for going through the next area. As you can see, I'm just unequipping everything. This is just because the next area can be long. I can't remember my way through it exactly, but I can kill things quickly. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.